Previously on Rock the Walls, Saturdays 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern.
I'm your host, Patrick Walford, playing your mix of punk, ska, hardcore, and metalcore music every single Saturday night. Right now, we are joined by the vocalist of Every Time I Die, Keith Buckley. He's also been doing some stuff with the Damn Things. I mean, Keith, for you, the year of 2011 so far has already been so jam-packed. I mean, Every Time I Die has kind of been on the DL for a bit. The Damn Things has been, action-packed. What's the tour been like for you so far with both bands?
It's definitely two different worlds. It's a different regiment with the Damn Things. It's not a lot of partying, really. Everyone's, veterans of music, so everyone has already been finely tuned into their own personality, and it is what it is. And it's just for me getting into that, because Every Time I Die, when Every Time I Die tours, it's everyone hangs out together all the time. We're always doing stuff together, and Damn Things, it's not like that, but it's cool because everyone's always like just keeping up on new stuff, writing new stuff, and it's good for me to give my voice a break if I have to sing so much. So.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. And just talking about some of the touring that you did with them, I mean, you guys went on tour with Buck Cherry and All That Remains. I mean, a tour for you that would pretty much be off the map for Every Time I Die. To go out on tour, especially, just a completely different type of crowd. What was that like for you, just to see the difference in crowds?
Absolutely terrifying. I was 15 again, playing for playing my first show in front of hardcore kids. It was just, I was so nervous because it's a totally different thing. No, I don't think anybody that was at those shows is aware of Every Time I Die. I mean, some All That Remains fans are, obviously. We've toured with them a bunch, but I had to reintroduce myself to everything, and I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I'm older now and a little more self-aware and a little more confident, but yeah, it was scary. It was scary. I think we did well, though. I mean, when people say, hey, you guys did a really good job, they mean it. It's not because they it's not because they follow us on the internet. Chances are they don't have Facebook or Twitter or anything. They're older dudes, so they really mean it.
And in that aspect of being in a brand new band again and playing to a whole different crowd of people, in the aspect that you got to win them over, and it's just like nobody really knows your band. It's like starting back at square one.
Yeah.
I mean, for you personally, is that almost making you more appreciative of the Every Time I Die crowds for sure?
Yeah, definitely. And within the first minute of this first show on this tour in Ottawa, I was like, wow, I haven't been like this, close to people in so long. I mean, everyone's just falling over the little thing in front of the stage, and people are stage diving. I'm like, oh, it hasn't happened in so long. I miss it, So that's cool.
For sure. And just as far as talking about your voice and the Damn Things, Every Time I Die, it's obviously a lot different. Going into the sixth album now with Every Time I Die, do you feel that maybe there's going to be some clean vocal parts, or is it mostly just going to be, what do you guys are usually up to?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to switch it up because people think that I should, or people think that I'm going to because of the Damn Things. It's going to be no more, no less than an Every Time I Die record. I mean, I've always had an approach to Every Time I Die that is a completely different approach to the Damn Things, and I know exactly the pocket I'm in when writing an Every Time I Die record. If a part calls for singing, it'll have singing. I'm not going to not do it because I'm too worried that, he's only singing now because he's got the Damn Things. It's like, well, if a part calls for singing, I've always sung there, and I'll still do it. And I'm not going to not do it because people expect me to. Just going to do what we know how to do.
Now, when you and Josh were on tour with the Damn Things, the guys were in the studio starting to write the record. Exactly how far along in the writing and recording process are you guys?
Could just compare it to like an open zipper. It's like it's coming along slowly, and it'll all fit together at one point. So it's all just getting it's piecemeal right now, but it's coming along well.
Sure. We're talking here with Keith Buckley. He's the vocalist for Every Time I Die here on Rock the Walls. And just as far as adding legs to the mix this time, I mean, Rat Boy was on his way out with New Drunk Aesthetic. I mean, talking with Jordan before at Warped Tour last year, he said it just breathed the whole brand new life into the band.
Yeah.
So in the recording aspect for you guys and bring him on board, what do you really feel he's going to add to this sixth album?
Well, I don't want to say anything too nice. He's sitting right there, so I don't want to hear me compliment him, but he's insane. I mean, it was, a lot of people everyone in the band and a lot of people surrounding the band, like managers and stuff, were very nervous. Like, okay, well, Rat Boy's gone, but Rat Boy's a good drummer. Like, let's just hope that our next drummers can do that, can fill those shoes. And his foot broke right through those shoes. I mean, he's better, he's faster, he's more innovative, he's more creative, he's just got so many more chops. And so it's interesting. Some of the fills I've already heard, it's just insane. I'm stoked, yeah.
We are back here on Rock the Walls with Keith Buckley. He is the vocalist of Every Time I Die. Just talking a bit more about the record. I mean, for yourself personally, and with the Damn Things, doing that kind of stuff. I mean, as far as from an influences standpoint, from your writing aspect, I mean, obviously it's completely different. You've said in previous interviews that, the Damn Things lyrics aren't as nearly as deep as Every Time I Die. But I mean, for you in writing this standpoint, going to your sixth album, what are you really drawing inspiration from at this point?
I mean, honestly, being in the Damn Things it's been a paradigm shift for me. It's made me appreciate, Every Time I Die a lot more. It's also put me out on the road twice as long, which is making me appreciate home a lot more. So it's to be 30 years old, for some people that's halfway through their lives, and to get a totally new outlook on everything that I thought I had nailed down, for the past 12 years of this band has been pretty shocking. So, it's just, it is essentially starting over, and I know that I have a lot to prove with this record, so that pressure is there too. So.
And I mean, just with that, with the Damn Things, I mean, we already touched base on, bands like Buckley, and then you guys are being played on radio stations, stuff like that. Is it a bit of a weird thing for you to be?
Absolutely. I mean, when you have to have talks with people about, okay, well, this radio station, you have to play this radio festival because they've been playing you constantly, and we got to fly you out, then you got to talk to these people. It's like, well, okay, I guess, but and it's cool, obviously, but then you talk to like Joe and Andy and Fall Out Boy, and they're like, yeah, this is what you do. This is what you have to do, and I'm totally not used to that. Every Time I Die, if we are played on radio, it's like college radio stations and internet radio, so we've never had to do radio shows. So because, I don't know what's going to happen, but I would absolutely not plan for it to slow down. I mean, I'm still doing it full force, and the thing is, the thing that kind of differentiates us is that we don't, I don't really feel like we're getting any new fans ever with a record release. I think it's just we're trying to put out a record that's going to keep our fans coming back to music, and a lot of our fans are 25-year-old dudes, and beer drinking, bonfire having dudes that just party, and so we want to keep those guys interested in music, and that's kind of who we play for. I mean, if other people want to check it out and have a good time, awesome, but we want to make sure that we're not about opening up our fan base to let 13-year-old girls in. That's not our concern at all.
And just as far as that stuff goes, and talking a bit more about the sound of the brand new record, and for you, as far as from a sound standpoint on this record, where do you really feel that it's comparable to with the previous records?
As right now, I think it's I definitely think it's a little more hot damn than the Big Dirty. I guess I think the Big Dirty had some longer songs on it, and it is still in the early phases, but the energy that this record has started out, I just remember having the same feeling when we were doing Hot Damn. It was like everything was just like fast and like in your face, and I was like, oh my god, this is gonna take me forever to write, because there's so many different things going on, and it's all these parts are changing, and so I'm going through that right now with this one, so I'd say it's like that so far.
Nice, man. Sounds good. Thanks a lot for the interview.
No problem.